So the patient that I have is the individual who is going up the stairs. So with that, I would say that my patient is having trouble going up the stairs. And this is important to him because this is where his bedroom is and he would like to start sleeping upstairs. I calculated my patient's um, target heart rate range at 60 to 80%. So the target heart rate range is going to be 140 to 163 beats per minute. So a capacity building intervention with the patient that we saw in the video, it looked like he had a lot of problems with bringing his leg up. He had a lot of problems with bringing his leg up to the step. So I am assuming that that is one of the things I'm going to think that's a problem with is hip flexion strength. So my capacity building intervention is going to be having my patient. So I'm going to have my patient building. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to have my patient doing standing marches. So just like this. So I'm having my patient really working on bringing his hip up to 90 degrees as much as he can, alternating. I know that with stairs, you don't necessarily need 90 degrees, but if we can practice with 90 degrees, then the hope is that there's that carryover where when he is doing steps, he's able to achieve the necessary hip flexion range of motion. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is go ahead and hold on to the railing, and I just want you to try to bring your foot up all the way here. So you see how my leg comes up to like about 90 degrees. So I know that's a little bit hard for you, but I want you to try as much as you can, bringing it up to 90 degrees. And one of my cues for that will be a hand placement over his knee to let him know where he should be reaching to. So go ahead and try to touch my hand. Good, good. I know it's a little bit hard for you, but yeah, good. So go ahead and relax. So we'll probably do that left and right. So keep going. We'll probably do that 30 times. But for the sake of the video, we'll cut it short. We'll do 2 more times on each side. Good. So now what I'm gonna have my patient do, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the stairs. Um, so it did say using an intervention that was not used in the practice video. So because stair training would be my go-to for this kind of patient, practicing exactly what he has problems with. So since we're wanting to do something different, I will actually have my patient practice stepping down. So working on that eccentric control of the quads and working on eccentric strengthening does produce a greater force than just concentric strengthening. So since we're doing eccentric, the hope is that when he does start trying to do step ups, that will also have been building that strength eccentrically, and then we can work on it concentrically also. So now I'm gonna have my patient come on over to the side. So I'm just gonna demonstrate. So I'm gonna have my patient standing up here on this side, and he's gonna stepping down with the uninvolved lower extremity, coming down like that, and coming back up, coming down like that, tap, and coming back up. So with that, I'm going to provide a cue with approximation at the knee um, to get more stability there, and also to kind of cue him to contract that muscle. Good. And I'm also holding him in the back just for safety. And then also still placing my hand here when he is coming back up is to help pushing him more into extension. So he's also being cued there also to bring his knee into extension and also to be able to control the contraction of the quads during knee flexion. Good, and relax. So as I said, that was placing my hand on the knee for approximation as he's coming down, and also cueing him into knee extension when he's coming back up. And if my patient was demonstrating hyperextension, I would have also placed my knee out. I'd probably put more importance on placing my hand at the back of the knee when the knee is coming into extension to prevent hyperextension. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take my patient's heart rate. So my patient did not reach the target heart rate. So actually, in reality, with what I did right there, I'll probably have my patient. So with especially with stroke patients and things like that, repetition is very important. So I would make sure repetition is very important. So I would have made sure to I would probably do about 30 reps of that, give them a break, and do about like 3 sets of that. Um, and of course, with the priming activity, with the building the capability activity, those would also be 30 on each side. And if that was the case, that would have hopefully brought my patient's target heart rate up due to the fact that he would have, if this was a real patient, that he would have been using more energy to try to achieve that exercise. And so the example of the integration task that I'll give my patient is at home doing step ups and step down. I mean, going up and down the steps at home, trying to do it at least maybe throughout the day. I would honestly say maybe about if he can do it 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night. I think I would give him that intervention for that, and we would also teach the caregiver, um, proper hand placement and proper guarding techniques to be able to do that.